Alright, let's cover the delayed sword. Well, we'll do a couple versions. You got your standard delayed sword. Cat. You got your not so standard delayed sword. You got your AKKI variant delayed sword. You got another version of delayed sword. Camera check. So you got another version of delayed sword. Anyway, basic delayed sword. You know, rule number one. I see a lot of guys stepping back, they pin the hand, they block away from them. And I tell them that this is an even trade. He has one weapon away from him that's not loaded, so do you. He's got a backup weapon ready, so do you. The whole objective is to step back and make it so that it's an unfair trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to pin the hand, we're going to block him here at his wrist. Reason being is that one weapon is expended, one weapon isn't, but I have two weapons ready to go. This is loaded for the chop, or if the punch comes, this is loaded to jam that punch. Then we go into the second technique. Kind of makes you wonder why that was the second technique anyway. I wonder. Another thing is you drop back. This guy's aggressively pushing you. If he pushes you, you're already starting to step back. If he still wants to come forward and you drop into this cat, all your weight's on your back leg, yeah, you're going backwards. There's no questions. When you drop back, you want this leg braced like you're ready to run through him. Your objective is to watch out for these weapons, because this here is going to cancel that. And so is this. It's okay, that leg's not coming up, but I got to watch out for these. When I kick right from here. I don't go drop back and then kick. Right from here, I kick him. So I'm worried about his head. That's what this free hand is for. And like I said, same thing. Pow. That's free hand number two. The guy comes in, wham, pow. We give him the chop. And if he's straight at us, we go here, the kick drop him, we come down with a ton of bricks. And we have his arm here to play with and stuff like that. Now, when we drop back the set wrist, his hand's going to make an orbit to come back to his wrist. This orbit is reaching out here because right, left this time. That punch is coming. I want this hand to pick it up. And then from here, we can go either, you know, boom, 1, 2, or we can go 1, 3. Why that technique came in. Now we're going to play with this. You know, if the guy gives you the grab, you can pin, check, do all kinds of nasty things to him. What we have here. If it's a punch, this is a debate that it does work against a punch. If it's a punch, you don't have the check to keep that leg from coming up, which is why you need to get that kick in there. If the punch is coming already, that's why you have number 3 in the first place. If he throws, for some reason, lead punch and a lead kick, that's why some schools take the kick to the leg instead. To clear his leg out of the air as he comes in, suck him into that chop, and then we have the other techniques. Namely, we take the motion from number 4, and we also have this, which is the reverse of that. Now, there was a clip on the internet of a guy throwing a punch, saying delayed sword doesn't work against a punch. What he did was he threw a punch, and he changed the punch into a tackle. Well, that's another reason why, no tackle yet, why this hand comes back to us and is loaded. Whether I pin and do this, or whether I just go, and get my hands ready. This guy fakes the punch and goes for the tackle. That's why the elbow comes down, right? That's why the elbow comes down. If he still wants to tackle, he needs to bring that hand in to get my leg. We float the underhook in, we keep this hand here. If I feel like I'm losing my base, I angle off and put him in the horse stance. Now I'll turn around so you can see. I have the underhook here, my head's tucked. Back to number 2 again. And like I said, we also have this arm to sit here and play with as well. Kick him in the pills. No cut. I love that. Feel that my kick is landing. So the main thing is when you step back and block, whether you pin or not, this hand needs to be loaded to hit him already. This elbow needs to be loaded to put some distance between the two of you in case you have to go in the grappling range. Technique number 2 says boom, pow, which is why we have that. Another option is you're in here, you're in this range, you come here, just pin his leg and drop him down. Boom. You got all kinds of stuff that you can play with here. So you come back, boom, pow, boom, pow, pow, boom, pow, 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 boom, pow. Pin his leg. Or pin his leg here. And then we all had this discussion about how this throw don't work unless you have a gi on. I don't know what tapes you guys are watching. My level, they seem to be working fine. So let's run it through again. Base delayed sword, drop back. Beginners are taught the cat to get the mechanics of a good kick in. When you move up a little bit, you want to drive into him as soon as possible, which doesn't mean deleting the cat, but you have to modify the cat so that your weight is actually going forward. You shouldn't be able to do this and have midpoint balance when a guy's got a hand on me. If I go into midpoint with my brother, Marcus Lean, oh yeah, we're in a wrestling match. 240, 180. I ain't wrestling if I don't have to. Even when it was 240, 200 last month. What wrestling if I ain't had to. So you drop back, you see that hand coming in. That's why the hand took the orbit this way. You know, even if you're late and the punch is still coming on the inside of the arm instead of the outside of the arm, the punch goes on the inside here. Oh, okay. Boom, boom. We're back to number 2 again. And then number 4 was here. Clear his arm out. If you want to get back to the inside, and we go right back to where we were before. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 all working together. And I like keeping my hands on him because it gives me options to play with. I don't like the that I see. And I keep a hand on him. Oh, here comes that elbow. Okay. So there we go. Delayed sword by the numbers. Main points we're trying to get across. We drop back, orbit this hand to get ready for that hand in case you're slow. Drive, kick into him without shifting back to the cat stance. You run it at yellow. I'm not going to say flat out discard it, but I am going to say to change weight percentage here from 90-10 or 100-0 to more along the lines of still 50-50 going into him. And like I said, you have your various options here, depending on which way you want to take this. So, it's delayed sword. Functional delayed sword.